Hello, this is Larry Tintorelli. I'm a full-time trader and the editor and publisher of the Blue Chip Daily Trend Report with a brief instructional blog and video. We're going to take a look at GDX. So I recently booked on Friday 20% profit in a piece of the position. I used a GTC order to hit the 20%. So we'll spend a few minutes. We'll take a look at the trade. We'll take a look at the chart, just so I can walk you through what the process is. So on May 15th, which was Friday, I posted on the premium Twitter feed that there was an order in. So 36.66 in GDX would trigger a 20% profit scale. So we opened the position. If we come down April 16th, I opened GDX as a long position and the entry was $30.55. So the goal here was at 20%, we were going to scale a piece of the position and then hold the rest of it. So I just posted it as GDX was starting to move higher through the day. I just posted a reminder for subscribers that if it hit 36.66, that would trigger my 20% profit scale and that the GTC order was already in the system. And then later on in the afternoon, it did hit the 36.66. So I just updated the feed, just that we had scaled a piece. So I'm still holding most of the position, but we scaled 20% out of it because that was the original plan for the trade. And then we'll just take a look. So we've got the entry post on April the 16th. We're going to take a look at the chart in just a second. So this was on April the 16th also. We made it the chart of the day, best idea, and also announced that I was looking to open a position. And gold's actually been on the radar screen. So ever since the Fed started with QE or discussing it, gold's been on the radar screen. So this goes back to March 16th. I put gold on the radar screen based on what it had done in the past QE, and just to be sure that we had an eye on it. And then also on March 18th, I posted gold as a top longer term idea as long as it stayed over 1400. It was somewhere in the mid 1400s at this point. Right now it's over 1700 and change. And then we'll take a look at the chart. So the chart is on the blog itself, but also I've got a bigger piece of the chart here. So we can take a look. April 16th was the entry. It was $30.55. So the stop was down here under all the key moving averages. So right after I got into the trade, it was fairly quiet for a couple of days. Started off 2 or 3% under, really nothing of any merit. And then it had a pretty nice move over the next couple of days. Then it consolidated sideways again, came down. So it's been holding over the 20-day moving average. And in the strongest uptrends, the 20-day moving average will often guide the way. So it had a nice little move higher. Now, what I do, my time frame, is I'm not looking for, this was maybe a 10% move or so, but I'm not looking for 5 or 10% moves. I've got a longer time frame, and I'm looking to take these positions as far as they can go. So it moved up about 10% or so, consolidated sideways, came back down over the 20-day moving average. Then it had another move up, traded sideways again, and then once it hit the 20-day moving average, it had about another $3 plus move. So on the 15th, which was Friday, once it hit that 36.66, now we happened to catch it on the right side because that was close to the high of the day. And it just worked out by that, because really all we did was took the $30.55, multiplied it by 20%. That took us to $36.66. So the good till cancel order was in the system. And then what happened is, as the market traded up and hit that 36.66, then it triggered the order to close out a piece of the position. And the benefit that I found from using these GTC orders, so I'll use GTC orders for a stop loss, and then I'll also use them if I'm looking to scale a piece out of the position. Because the good thing about the GTC order is I can put the order as soon as I get into the trade. I can do it the next day. I can do it the morning of. But once that order goes in to sell it at 36.66, if it hits it, it gets filled, and then whatever happens, if it continues higher, if it comes down lower, or whatever, we've planned the trade and locked in a piece of the gain. So that's the trade so far. It hit plus 20%. We dialed back a piece. I'm still holding the bulk of the position because, as I said, I've got an intermediate to longer term trend following time frame. So I'm looking to take this position as far as it will go. It could come back down eventually and get stopped out of the position, or who knows how far it could go. But that's how I set up the trade. That's how we captured 20% so far. So if you go back to the blog, obviously you can read through that. Then a couple things on the website. So my website is bluechipdaily.com. If you go on to the recent best trade alerts, we just updated this over the weekend. And what you'll be able to do is see a similar blog on some of the other ideas that we've got, either open positions or our chart of the day best ideas for subscribers. Then also, if you click onto the Join Now tab, it will walk you through daily updates, which include the private Twitter feed, instant real-time notification of any new positions that are taken, and then weekly updates as well. So we are actively accepting new subscribers. I appreciate your time, and I hope to see you online. Thank you.